I've had a crazy week. Right now, it is Friday, and I'm in Sydney, Ohio. I'm supposed to be home every weekend. That's how I usually do it. But this weekend, that's not going to happen because I've had just like I said, a crazy week. So this time last week, I took my truck to my terminal, got in my car, I went home. And I told my dispatch, I was like, hey, the truck needs to be fixed. Let the mechanics on Monday fix my truck and the trailer, and X, Y, and Z needs to be tuned up. And he's like, well, tell you what, can you pick up this load on Sunday, deliver on Monday, and then be back at the terminal on Tuesday, and then your truck can get fixed then. And I was like, I mean, I don't want to, but whatever. I didn't refuse. I told him I would do it. So he puts the load on my ELD, my plan. So then Sunday comes around, and I'm too sick. I cannot operate a vehicle. Like, I am puking, my head's split, like with this migraine, and the room spinning. And the reason why I was sick is because your boy had a little too many drinks the night before. That's my fault. A little irresponsibility on my end, but come on, man. You're only home for like a day and a half. I mean, whatever. Had a lot to drink about, And so anyway, Sunday comes around, and I'm like, oh my God, like I'm just like I feel so guilty, like I'm just tripping in my head. I'm like, dude, I gotta drive this truck. I go to stand up, and I'm all dizzy and shit. And I'm like, well, now I ain't driving that truck. I mean, there's nothing I can do. I mean, I'm just way too sick to operate a vehicle. So finally, like after all day of like trying to drink fluids and take like cold medicine because it's the only thing I had for a headache, and the ingredients are about the same, so I was like, yeah, whatever. So doing all this, trying to like nurse myself back to operating, health. I get my car, drive to the truck, and I get in my truck, and my truck, by the way, for reference, is an hour away from where I live. That's how far I had to drive. And I get over to my truck, and I'm like, all right, I'll go pick up this load now. And I check my plan on my tablet, and the load's canceled. I said, whoops. And so I couldn't do nothing with that. That was done. Oh well, messed that one up. So then Monday comes around, and I had to just let the shop go ahead and fix it then, because there's no point in putting a load on me to go chasing a circle. Anyway, shop's messing with the truck, and then doing nothing on Monday, doing nothing on Tuesday because they're still working on the truck. And then Wednesday morning, I get over to the truck and the trailer, and they fixed some of the problems. They didn't fix all the problems. And so I'm over here, and I'm the one turning wrenches and playing mechanic, and I'm just like, oh great, because time's money, and I'm trying to hurry up, get this thing fixed fast as I can, so I can go get this freight, so I can go ship it, so I can go make some money, right? Well, I get that going. I pick up a load of beams, like steel beams. I throw it on my trailer, and I start going down the road towards Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Like that's where my consignee is. That's where I got delivered. So I start going that way, and then I get these messages on my tablet, some weird route planning and this, that, and the third, because I'm dedicated. I pick up in one spot and one spot only, and then I ship from there, and then I turn around, come back. That's how the account's set up that I work for now. Like that's how things are planned. So then I'm calling my dispatch. I'm like, hey Josh, what's up with this right here on my ELD? It's saying something funny. And he said, well, I don't see anything funny on my end. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, no, can you check again? Like something doesn't look right. And then he said, oh, hold on, there is something here. What is this? Hold on, I'll call you back after I figure this out. And I said, okay. So I didn't hear anything from him the rest of the afternoon, and he called me back first thing in the morning. He said, okay, yeah, here's what's gonna happen. There's a driver who's like, I think it was like 2 hours away from Pittsburgh, right? And he lives in Pennsylvania, and he had the truck home, and it's like, yeah, this driver, he's got a load on his trailer, but he's too sick to deliver it, so you're gonna go and take the trailer from him, and you're gonna give him your trailer. And I'm like, man, I don't want to surrender my trailer, but because when you do flatbed, you don't want to give up your good trailer. There's different flatbed trailers in the fleet, but when you get one that's set up the way you want it set up, you don't want to give it up. So anyway, I'm thinking to myself, like, man, I don't want to give up my trailer. I just put like all this work into it. So get over there to go get the trailer from this guy, and he's not there. He's not at the truck, and I'm calling, it's like weekend dispatch, right? Because It was let me see, I got over there and it was, no, it wasn't weekend dispatch, it was after hours dispatch. That's my fault, yeah. So it was after hours dispatch. And so, because I delivered in Pittsburgh on yesterday, so I delivered Thursday, and then after that, after my delivery, I went over to this truck, and I didn't have that many hours, so I woke up in Virginia, delivered in Pittsburgh, and then I had to drive over there. And I get over there, he's not there, and I'm calling the night dispatch, and the guy's like, oh yeah, the driver's not there. He says he's still like far from the truck, so there's a key under the hood. You can use that to get in his truck and start it. And I'm like, okay, I mean, I don't want to, but anyway. So I go ahead, and I try to start the truck, nothing. I'm like, man. So I call back, and I'm like, hey man, I ain't got that many hours. The closest truck stop's over an hour and a half away in any direction. So I'm like, I can't wait here. I don't have that many hours to wait for, roadside or somebody to come jump this truck. And I didn't have a way to jump on my truck. So anyway, he's like, yeah, just go to this truck stop over here in this city, and you deal with it in the morning. I'm like, all right, cool. So then next morning comes around, or actually no, wait, I had a night too. So yeah, I was hot and sweaty all day when I went to go unload. Like it was a warm day out, and so I'm all nasty, and I wanted to go and shower. So then I go to the truck stop, and no shower. It said like there's 0 showers available, and there's 12 people in front of you in line. Do you want to reserve? I'm like, dude, you gotta be kidding me. And then I didn't eat all day because I ate the day before, and then I didn't eat yesterday. So I was like, damn, I really want some food. The truck stop had a Denny's, but Denny's was closed because of temporary hours due to COVID. So then, let me see what I do. I was sitting in the truck, and I was trying to order Uber Eats, right? And trying to order these Uber Eats, and it's like taking forever, dude. It took like an hour for Uber Eats app to be like, sorry, we can't place your order. I'm like, why it took that long though? Because I don't know if y'all have ever tried to cancel an order, but you really, like, once it starts loading and stuff, you can't cancel the Uber Eats order. Uber Eats can cancel it, you can't. So anyways, I'm like, dude, I have got to get something to eat. And I'm looking around on the Google Maps. I'm like, all right, there's got to be something around here, right? Anyway, the only thing near me was a gentleman's club. And I said, you know what? If they got a grill, I'll take it. So how many guys have ever been like, no, I'm just going there for the food? Guys, we never go there for the food. But in this case, yeah, I went to the gentleman's club to get something to eat. And they were like, so I walk in the door, and this dude's like, yeah, it's $17 to get in. And I was like, what? I mean, I'd pay it just to get something to eat, but I'm like, dude, really? And then he's like, no, you gotta show this coupon on our website on your phone, and then you get like $10 off this week. And I'm like, what kind of promotion BS is this? Anyway, so I go ahead, and I'm like, all right, here's the thing on my phone, blah, blah, blah. He's like, okay, well, it's $7 to get in now. Cool, here's my credit card. And he says, oh, we have to run it for 20, but I'll give you 13 and change back. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And so he runs it for the $20, and he gives me $13 back in one. So I'm like, bruh, I am not here to go look at these women, on the stage just doing all their little dances. I could care less about these women right now. Like, the only thing I care about is me getting to eat, because I haven't eaten in like 24 hours. So anyways, go over there, sit down at the bar, and I look at the menu, and I was like, all right, cool, they got a Philly and a meatball sub. Those are some good choices. And I look down, and it says Friday and Saturday only. I'm like looking at old boy, and I'm like, hey man, why this is only Saturday and Sunday food, or Friday and Saturday food? And he's like, oh, we have to have that catered in. I'm just thinking, you mean to tell me on your most popular nights you have to have food catered in that usually wouldn't be that difficult to cook, but your food quality is so low that when people do order these items, you want it to actually taste good, but you can't cook it? I'm like, come on, man. If you gotta, I'm no master chef, I'm no Gordon Ramsay myself, but if I had a damn commercial kitchen and I hired somebody to be in that kitchen cooking, and they tell me they can't make a meatball sub or a Philly, I'd be like, dude, what kind of business we trying to run here? You know what I mean? Like, you're not a chef, you're not a cook, you're not. I mean, damn. I did fast food in high school. It wasn't that hard. Anyway, let me get off of the grill and the chef. So I'm like, damn, bro, I really want a Philly. So I got these, ended up getting these chicken strips and some fries. That shit was, oh goddamn, it was rough. I don't know if you ever had like strip club chicken strips, but it ain't nothing worth writing home about, I'll say that. Anyway, so I had a rough night with that, and went back to the truck, went to sleep, slept in too, man. I wake up, my phone's blowing up. Dispatch calling and texting, hey, driver's at the truck and it's running now. Let us know when you can get there. And I'm like, oh fuck. Yeah, I slept in good on this one. So went inside the store, got me a Red Bull, got down the road, got on my headset. Hey, yeah, I'm on the way. Sorry, I was sleeping. My bad, guy. They're like, no, it's fine. Just heard him get over there. So get down the road, get going over there, and meet the guy, get the trailer from him. We swap trailers, get going down the road. It's like a 5.5, 6 hour drive to get to where I'm supposed to be dropping off. Because I picked up in New Florence, Pennsylvania, I think it was the town, and I'm supposed to ship to Minster, Ohio. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Get going down the road. Then I get to Minster, Ohio, and I go to drop, and I'm like, wait a minute, there ain't nobody here in this shipping office or receiving office. And I look at the hours, and I missed about like 2 or 3 hours. I was like, man. So I called the night dispatch again, and I was like, hey, so the situation here, you know, they're closed on the receiving end, and you know, do I have to wait over the weekend with this load, or can I get it, you know, delivered in the morning? And the woman tells me, the dispatch tells me, oh yeah, you can get it delivered at like 10 o'clock in the morning. I said, great, cool. And then, so initially, it was supposed to be me taking this dude's load to Minster, right? But then, on the way over here, on my ELD, on my tablet, I started getting all this BS talking about, oh, you're going to Ghent, Kentucky, and then you're going to take that to Wrightsville, Pennsylvania, and so on and so forth. And so I'm talking to the dispatch, and she's like, well, you can do this and this and that and the third, and you can make more money, and we need some drivers over here in Alcoa, Tennessee. So I'm over here listening to her on the phone, and I'm like, hold on, you want me to do what now? So after she all explained all of this, what I'm now doing is I'm dropping off this load to Minster, Ohio in the morning. Then I'm going to Alcoa in Tennessee, right? I'm gonna pick up a Conestoga trailer. If you don't know, that's like a flatbed with a big skirt over it. And so I'm gonna go pick up that Conestoga, right? And then I'm gonna ship that all the way to, where's that one going? Back to Minster, right? So I'm gonna go drop off the flatbed in Minster, Ohio tomorrow morning. Then I'm gonna go get this Conestoga in, yeah, this is how confused I am. Drop this off in Minster in the morning. Then I'm going to Alcoa, Tennessee to get the Conestoga. I'm shipping that Conestoga back to Minster, Ohio, right? Little round trip. Then I'm gonna take that Conestoga trailer and I'm gonna ship it empty to Rushville, Indiana at our terminal. And then I'm gonna go down to Ghent, Kentucky like I was supposed to with a flatbed, pick up that load, ship it to Wrightsville, and then I'm going home for my my reset. So yeah, that's the crazy story I've got for this week, and yeah, that's it's a lot, but I'll update and let you know how it goes.